Alright, what's going on, guys? Bubbles back again, coming at you with the news on the new banner that's coming out. And if you've already seen the title, you already know that it's Kensei, Shinji, and Rose. Now, I've already gone over these characters, and I mainly wanted to break them down for myself mentally because I just woke up. And honestly, these characters actually seem pretty good. Do I recommend somebody on this banner? Absolutely not. This is an easy skip. I'll say that right now. When I do my Should You Summon, it's going to be a 1 minute long video. And if you're mad that I don't go over the actual characters, I'm sorry. I'm going over them here just because I can get it done relatively quickly. So shout out to Soldex and Heekin for allowing us to get this information early. And yeah, so let's just quickly get right into it. We do have the October mid-month over here. And I would have come out with this video a bit sooner, but the video that I recorded was 20 minutes without the gameplay, and I don't want that. So let's just quickly go over the Kensei, and I actually did do like a little mini twit longer right here. And pretty much every single one of these characters are going to be SP based. Each of these characters do not have Havoc, which is unfortunate. They are a mid-month character. They are mid-month characters, excuse me. Now, I did talk about how I want more of the visors, but I want them in their visored form, and I want them to be end-of-the-month banners. I'm not going to lie. I'm very selfish because I do like the visors, and I think that their transformations are pretty cool. But I am glad that they're not coming out with, like, visored Hiyori, Lisa. Actually, no, we already have Lisa. But I'm glad that we're not coming out with visored like Rose, Hiyori, and Kensei here, just because I actually want those characters to be really good, and them being mid-month, unless they're a normal attack damage based character, they're usually pretty mid. So going over Kensei, he's going to be a farming type unit, mainly going to be good for Inheritance Zone and Inheritance Trial, as well as Epic Raids. He is a Link Slot Potion unit without Havoc, just keep that in mind, but where he does come in clutch is the fact that he does have a lot of damage multipliers to him. He has Strong Attack Recharge as a Link. He has Captain Killer, which sounds really bad in practice, but honestly, this is going to be pretty damn nice for content like Epic Raids, like because enemies can be Captain, right? Like right now, I believe it's the Yuha Epic Raid, but if we get a rerun, since this character gives potions, you'll actually make use of that eventually, right? Innate skills, he does have the full stamina damage boost at 40% for strong attack damage. I should type in full stamina damage. This is a damage increase that stacks outside of regular full stamina damage boost. So if you have like full stamina damage boost plus 25%, you'll actually calculate it as base damage times 1.25 times 1.4. That is a crazy multiplier. So this is really strong in terms of damage multiplier. For damage multipliers on top of that, he also has Frenzy, and he also has a Berserker built in of 40%. This character is going to hit hard, which I think he kind of needs to since he is a power unit. Power has way too many OP characters right now. So, I mean, he's going to have to get something so that he can compete. He has Sprinter, and he also has Long Stride. He also is an arena character, which we'll talk about in a second. Disabler in IZ and IT because he has attribute advantage. In Epic Raids, he should be having that Disabler as well. He has increased status summon chance against enemies that are tech, that are green. He also has damage to lacerated enemies plus 60%, which is awesome considering he does have that increased status summon chance. And he also has devastation 60%, which means that when he procs that lacerate along with the devastation, this character is going to hit incredibly hard. So what my little notes here are, he does have team party stamina recovery, which is good for content like IZ and IT. His soul bomb is going to hit like a truck, and then on top of that, he looks like he's made for IZ and IT slash Epic Raids. Potentially great for Epic Raids. Like, I think that this character is going to be pretty cracked. Now, going into his actual strong attacks, he does have the AoE distant first strong attack. This is going to be the same as Safui Yoruichi. Just keep in mind, no Havoc, so 625 as the radius in front. Not a bad first strong attack, in my opinion. Could be better. Like, I personally like the 2500 length beam first strong attack, but that's just me. Second strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam. Keep in mind, this is a standard beam. This is not the big one that Aizen has. This is not the big one that Retsu has. Even though he doesn't have Havoc, it's 725 width along with 2500 length. This is really good. I actually like this a lot. Next, we do have a third strong attack. This is going to be what seems to be a lunge. We should have gameplay soon. If K-Lab actually comes out with the gameplay, and maybe they're ashamed of these characters or something. Next, going into Shinji. Shinji, I actually think that this character is pretty cool. He's made for farming, but I feel like he falls short in a lot of aspects, which we'll talk about in a second. First and foremost, he is the speed unit that also is a damage inflicted at full stam 30% link, so we finally have one for speed. Affiliation, Captain Hollow, Killer, he's going to have a human killer, which I think is kind of oof, you know what I'm saying? He has, for his innate skills, we have Read, All Affiliation, Dodge. So this character is going to be good for farming out those small and medium scrolls for attack, right? So you have the attack, small and medium scrolls, which is going to be good for your NAD characters. Spiritual Pressure based, he is strong attack damage based. You'll see here Frenzy +1 right here, and then Berserker 60%. So that's going to be pretty nice for the damage multipliers. He does have built-in guard break. Oh, that's one thing that I didn't talk about. Kensei, he does not have guard break, so just keep that in mind. He has Disabler, so that's going to help a lot in terms of maybe not breaking guard, but dealing damage. So full stamina damage boost link of 30%. Spiritual Pressure based, Read, All, Dodge, good for farming small and medium scrolls. Bruiser plus 40%, kind of high, but like you're not really going to use him for his NAT anyways. He does have strong attack recharge as a skill, not as his soul trait, so that's good. He has speed, strong attack damage captain for plus 20%, so that's going to be pretty nice if you're actually running like speed captains. That could be good if you're running like 5th anniversary Byakuya or something like that, but honestly, like, this character is not really meant for farming anything but scrolls. Let's see here. He does have ailment reversal, so even though he isn't immune to status elements, he does have ailment reversal. So if he were to get hit with a status element, he will counter that, give it to the enemy, heal 20% of his own health, and then on top of that, the enemy will be hit with that status element. Personally, I like shared complete status immunity a little bit more, but being able to self-heal is pretty good if you're trying to farm. I just think that this is interesting because he doesn't really have anything. Like he doesn't seem like a farming unit despite like having the what do you call. Honestly, this character looks like mainly like full stamina damage boost link, and then on top of that he has Read, All, Dodge, so he's good for farming attack scrolls. And I feel like that's kind of like the end for him, to be honest. I mean, it is what it is. So he does have guard break, and he also has Diminisher plus 10, which is increased time for the debuff mechanic, which I think is on his second. Yeah, it's on his second. So his first strong attack is going to be 18% magnification. This is going to be an AoE that pushes the enemy back. Unfortunately, with this, he doesn't have any status elements, which really screws him over. And then his second strong attack is an 800 AoE distance second strong attack. But since this is a debuff type skill, it has a 40-second cooldown. And the problem with this is, even though he does have strong attack recharge, his first strong attack is an 18% magnification without any status elements, and he only has guard break as the extra like crazy damage multiplier. So no status elements, which I think is really unfortunate for an 18% mag. Usually here you want something that'll actually, like, the only time the mag 18% is good is if the character can make use of it. You'll see here characters like Roka, characters like Baragon, characters like Momo. Like, these characters, they might not have like crazy status elements except for like Roka, who has weakening, and Baragon, who has weakening. Like my bad, I'm thinking of Momo because she has slow. But my problem with this first strong attack is it doesn't hit hard. It's literally, in my opinion, meant and designed to proc status elements because it does provide a lot of hits, but it's very low damage. So I don't really know how I feel about that, even though you do have the full stam 30% link. I don't know. It is what it is. And then you have the debuff mechanic, which only works as soon as the enemies that are currently spawned, as soon as they die, that debuff is no longer useful. So I personally like buffs, like boost instead of debuff, but I mean, that's also personal preference. And then he has a standard full screen third strong attack. Realistically, I don't really see this Shinji having much use unless you're new and you really can't farm small medium scrolls yet. I mean, it is what it is. Like that's my overall thoughts. You can take it as you like it. It is what it is. Going into Rose, I actually like this character quite a bit too. He actually is the speed droplet drop plus 30% for tech units. This is another character that's designed for farming. Doesn't have link slots, but he is designed for farming, which we'll talk about in a bit. He has a no affiliation killer. His innate skills, he does have freeze immunity, which is kind of weird considering that he is a melee unit. Normally for guild quests, you want burn resistance for melee no affiliation week. I might have that twisted, I'm not gonna lie, so bear with me. I believe that range no affiliation week is where you want freeze immunity. Sprinter plus 1, and then you also have guard break plus hit hidden enemies, so you don't need a Zeta Ball on him, which is good. Keep in mind, none of these characters have Havoc. I want to reiterate that. He does have Frenzy, which is nice. So Frenzy plus 1 with a Berserker of... Oh, let me actually put this. Frenzy plus 1 with a Berserker of 40%. So pretty good multipliers. He does have a status element, which is good. I believe he had, paralysis, which is nice. So he does have paralysis going into for farming in particular. He has that speed droplet drop 30% link. And for his skills, he has Crystal Jewel drop plus 50% and Coin drop plus 70%. This character, in my opinion, is going to be great as a back line character for content like point events, or maybe even main runner for point events. I don't think that his kit is actually that great, but if you can get him like 2 out of 5, honestly, get it, like if you're a new player, getting like spiritual pressure and stamina and just like running every point event, as long as he has attribute advantage, or as long as he doesn't have attribute disadvantage, I think he should perform fine for new players. But like, I wouldn't recommend summoning for this banner, right? Because it's just, they're all premium pull. None of them do anything like crazy OP or anything like that. They're just good characters to have. If you pull them, it's like you can get some value out of them, and I really like that. I really do. We have freeze immunity, sprinter +1. This might actually be sprinter +2. I might be wrong on this, but we'll see about that. Devastation 40%, recover 20% stamina, only for himself, not his team, which is really weird. And then strong attack recharge as an actual skill. Okay, cool. All right, and that's pretty much that. His first strong attack is going to be... here's his first strong attack. This is going to be Art Book Ichigo's first strong attack. This is going to be a vacuum explosion. Honestly, as a first strong attack with no havoc, kind of eh. I personally like the 625 that Spirits Are Forever With You Kenpachi has, or Kensei at the moment. Kensei also is an arena unit. He actually picks up star power-up item as well as Frenzy +1. Let me actually do this. Here it is. And then he also picks up Poise in Arena in particular. So that's really good. We have the gameplay as well, which is good. Second strong attack is going to be the 725 Radius Lunge that 1000-Year Blood War, the tech one has for the tech 1000-Year Blood War Yamamoto. Sorry, I have to be specific because there's 3 Yamamotos for 1000-Year Blood War, which is crazy. And then third strong attack standard full screen. I don't think that these characters are OP. I think they'd be nice to have. If you pull them with Brave Soul tickets, awesome. If not, oh well. Konnichiwa! Kao-chan desu. I love the way he says that. It's so... It is what it is. I don't know. I'm a simp. It is what it is. Let's do this. Okay. So speed drop plus 30%, which we talked about. We already talked about these characters for the most part. Let's see if there's anything special here. Nothing crazy. You'll see here sprinter +1. Okay, so Rose has sprinter +1. He looks so cool, bro. Ah, dude. His sprite looks dope. Standard Nat string. A little spin at the end of it. First strong attack, vacuum explosion, as we talked about. Second strong attack. No, it's still the first. Yeah, lunge. Second strong attack. Now, this is my problem with lunges, and I've talked about this in length and why I don't like lunges nowadays. If the enemy is directly in front of you and you don't aim off to the side, you'll see here that the lunge pretty much goes nowhere in terms of the distance that he would normally lunge, right? Like you see here, like he literally lunged like this distance, but if the enemy is not being completely aimed against, you'll see that you go a bit further. That's my only issue with lunges, because content like IT, you get hampered really badly. Ooh, that third strong attack is cute, I like it. Alright, not as flashy as I kind of would hope for a character like Rose, considering that like some of his other special move animations, he's like dude looking like The Rock trying to do the people's elbow. Alright, going into Shinji, full stamina damage boost, 30% for speed, which is good. I believe that we have one for mind, and I believe we have one for tech, but I might be off. 30% full stamina damage boost. Isn't Renji full stamina damage boost for tech? Full stamina damage boost 30%. I can't remember the last 30% full stamina. Element reversal. Okay, yeah, so debuff mechanic on that. Range nat character. 18% magnification for strong attack. Without Havoc, by the way. Debuff mechanic. See, this is my issue with the debuff mechanic. You kill them, and then the next wave of enemies don't have the debuff. Like you see that these characters don't have the debuff on the top right. And now you have a 40-second cooldown. Standard full screen third. I actually like that. You see like Shinji just fly off to the top left of the screen. Ah, that's cool. Let's check out the special move. That's annoying. This looks mad trippy. That looks so trippy for no reason. We finally got a new Kensei. I just realized. I'm like, mentally, I'm like, yo, dude, we haven't gotten a Kensei since the last Tech one, and that was like what, 2019? Damn. All right. Power Captain Killer. Melee unit, last rate on everything, no insta kill. Okay. There's the 40% strong attack damage. Okay. 20% team party recovery. 100% weaken immunity. Okay. Oh, I just realized that we actually got an SP based Kensei now. Oh, that's cool. Clean Nat string. Okay. First strong attack AoE in front. Punch. Okay, I like that. That's dope. $2,500 length beam. Punches the ground. A lot of Chad vibes. And yeah, okay, so that's the vacuum into explosion. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Can I like, let me just slow this down. Yeah. Oh, that's explosion into lunge. That's weird. Okay, so that yeah, it is supposed to be yammies. That makes sense, but still, I don't know how I feel about it. I was kind of hoping the lunge into explosion. Please be good. Nice. Okay. A little bit of flashiness. Good. Kensei needed it, bro. He really did. Okay, I mean, I think that the banner looks great in terms of like visuals. Like, dude, I feel like everyone just gets disappointed, but like when it comes to visuals, I don't really have a crazy expectation. I just want the characters to look clean, nice. I love the art. I think that K-Lab's art direction right now, when it comes to Bleach Brave Souls, is just really good and really clean. Like, Rose looks gangsta as hell, bro. Shinji looks like Shinji, and then Kensei looks like Kensei. I don't know. I don't know. Something about the Rose like this. Like, I'm going to go bang your mom. Like he has some DILF vibes right now. But anyways, that's going to be pretty much the banner breakdown. I think that they look good, but I'm going to leave it at that. Just grind, catch up him, stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe. Would I recommend somebody on the banner? Absolutely not. Get these characters from Brave Soul tickets. If you're lucky enough to get them from Brave Soul tickets, that's awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? There you go. I wouldn't really think much of it. If you do pull these characters, keep in mind that I think that they're mainly good for helping you farm specific pieces of content in the game, which, like I said, in nowadays you don't really just want one character of every color. You kind of want a roster of characters that all do various things. I think it's probably the smart way to do it. That way K-Lab can continue to sell characters, and I believe that this also has that $40 pack where you're guaranteed a banner character. I might be wrong. Lost Agent pack, never mind, 126. Oh, that is so bad. Yeah, we used to have like guaranteed packs that were like $40. This looks like it's going to be the $24. Chances are you're not pulling a banner character. Don't buy that. Please don't buy it. It's not worth it. But I'm going to leave it at that. You know, as grind, I'll catch up him, but stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe to you. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. I did talk about the Resurrections for 1,000 Year Blood War and my overall thoughts. You can agree with it or disagree with it. That's fine. It was just mainly my perspective, my point of view as a player who's been playing this game for 6 years now, and like seeing the Resurrections just be in line with the same Resurrections from like a year ago. I see some people that are like, well, one of the most annoying I guess it's kind of an annoying comment is, oh no, these Resurrections are great because Byakuya got multi-barrier. And it's like, what good is multi-barrier if the character can't even kill anything to save his life? It's like, what you're gonna die and then like pay a revival candle so that you have 3 soul bombs or something? Like, I don't really see a use for Byakuya outside of main run or guild quest if you give that much of a shit about guild quest to begin with. So I mean, anyways, I went in length about that. Feel free to check that out if you want. Think of it as like a podcast style, just because it's like 35. It's a 35-minute long video, and I think it's worth checking out. If not, I mean, hey, far be it for me to tell y'all what to do. But stay blessed, y'all. You have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.